All right, welcome guys. So today we're going to be talking about Tradovate and how to set your Tradovate up for execution. I'll go over some examples as well, showing you how to execute on Tradovate, what not to do, what to do, and a few nuances of it. So what you want to do is you want to get your login credentials from Apex or whichever prop firm that you have. If you have a live account like I do right now, you can just log in with your live account credentials. So you go to tradovate.com and then you just go to login. From there, you can put in whichever login credentials you need. For myself and for this tutorial, I'll just use my demo account to show you guys. So when you go log in, once I'm logged in, you're gonna get three different states they're gonna show to you, or two, sometimes two. If you have a live account, which is funded with your own personal capital, you can go to live trading. If you have a prop account, which is the most majority of you would have a prop account, you go to simulation. You're always trading in a simulation until the prop firm moves you to a live account. Remember, a funded account is not a live account. It's still a simulated environment. So you have three stages. You have the exam phase, you have the exam phase, you have the funded stage, and then you have the live stage. Funded and exam are simulated, and then live is live. So we'll click on simulation here. I'll load up here. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna exit out of everything here. Just close every tab until you have a blank canvas like this, right? That's the key part. I'll kind of move my face a little bit here so you can see what all of this looks like. So we have the demo section here. This is where you will see all your accounts. If you have multiple accounts, they'll all be listed in this section here. This is where you can log out and kind of group your accounts as well inside of this. This is where your equity is. This is how you cancel all orders if you want to cancel all orders here in case this is like an emergency button that you want to use. And then all these tabs on the side here, I recommend everyone just go ahead and start exploring with these tabs. This is like your accounts tab where you can see all your different accounts. This is your news tab if you want to see some news. This is a chat. This is user info area. This is reports tab. You can generate all your reports in here to see like how you were doing, say for example last week. If I go to go, it should load up with some report over here. This is probably a demo account, so it's probably gonna freeze and not do much on it. So now to set it up, right? You go to this plus sign on the top left corner. You add your modules. These are different modules you can add, right? All different types of things. I recommend you play around with certain things and just get used to this platform. So if you want to go to Pulse, you can just click on Pulse and just drag it over here. You can accept it. This is basically giving you a market pulse, giving you a understanding of where the market is, how it's going, is it long, is it short, what's the bias on everyone that is trading on Tradovate, right? So right now everyone, 75% are long the Dow, they're long oil, they're long mini Dow, they're short Nasdaq, and short micro Nasdaq, right? It's just a good reference point. So now, what the main thing that you want is your chart. So you want to go here, you want to look for chart right there, and then drag it onto your chart. It's going to look like this. Don't be alarmed because you need to add your ticker symbol to it. If you're trading NQ, you want to trade NQ. In this case, we're trading the September contracts, which is the U contracts. Of course, you guys have probably already learned what type of contracts are for what month or what quarter. So you just choose your appropriate contract that you want to trade. So NQ, use default settings. And now your default settings will show up like this. Everyone's default is probably going to show up something like this. This section here on the left side is where you navigate and you manipulate your chart. The 15-minute is of course the time frame of which these candlesticks are performing at or showing at. This bar or chart type is what the candlesticks will look like. I prefer to keep them as regular candles. You can use bars, you can use bid and ask volumes, you can use whatever you want to use. I prefer candlesticks. And then you can also use Heikin-Ashi if you need to sometimes. So if we go to candlesticks, we keep it at that. Going one more tab to the right, go to chart settings. I prefer these settings. You can keep them as this, or you can do whatever you want, to be honest. I like to show all my trade lines, so I just go to show all. I go back to chart settings, price levels. I also like to show all of these price levels, and then I like to show my price on my P&L. And then if I go back here to continuous auto fit, I like to switch this on. And the last thing on this is basically if you want to adjust your color scheme and whatnot, you can change that over here if you need to. Settings on the chart, I typically want to remove all default settings that are on the chart, so it looks just like a blank chart. And then if you want to add indicators, you can go to your indicator section and add whatever indicator you want. If you want VWAP, if you want EMA, so like for example, we want to add an EMA, right? We'll add it here. I want the 9 EMA green color, whatever it is, press save. Cool. Now you can see the 9 EMA showing up on my chart. Okay, cool. So with that said, now we're looking at the NASDAQ. We're trading the NASDAQ NQ. The way you can enter and exit trades, right? Multiple ways. You can either press these buttons here to buy or sell the market. You could also click on the chart and it'll show you with either a buy or sell limit. So example, if I just press buy stop here, you can see my order is being placed. I can drag it over here on the right hand side, up and down. That basically means that, hey, look, if price gets up to this level, I'm going to get entered into a buy position, and I would assume that the market would want to go higher for me to make some money on this, right? And vice versa, right? If I just enter a sell limit over here, my assumption is that I would like price to get up to this level, enter me into a trade, and then continue to sell off and me make profits in this trade, right? Now, for example, say you want to enter a trade immediately, right? You can enter a sell position right now. For example, I'll just press sell market. And as you can see, it says the 1 over here. That means I'm in one sell position on the market. You can see my P&L live over here that I'm up and down $30 or whatnot. Now, if you want to place a stop loss, right? If you're in a sell position, you have to have a buy position to close you out, right? Vice versa as well. It's a zero-sum game. If you're in a buy, you need to sell. If you're in a sell, you need to buy, right? It's just the opposite. So if I'm in a sell over here and I want to put a stop loss, say above these highs, right? I can just click on it and I can say buy stop, right? This indicates here that my stop loss is set to 23,656. My entry is at 23,645. So I'm having like about a 20-point stop loss. With the NASDAQ, each point is $20, so 20 times 20, $400 stop loss, right? Same thing with take profit. I can click on it and put a take profit down here if I wanted to. So if price goes from here to here, I'll take profit at 23. So actually that's a 10-point stop loss. So 10 times 20 is $200 versus a take profit over here is 20 points of $400. Now, say I don't want to risk anything, right? I'm already in the profits and I don't want to risk anymore. Or I can move my stop loss into the profits like that. So I'm going to guarantee myself 1 point, right? My entry's here, my stop loss is in profit, and my take profit is still here. So if this thing continues to go lower, I can make money. If it goes up a little bit and tags me out, I'm guaranteed to make money, like just here. So now you can see I got exited out the trade and I made $25. There's one key part that you need to notice here. Even though you exited out of the trade, you still have this order here as a buy order, right? So don't think that you're out of the trade, you can close your account and then leave, because if price comes down to this area and buys, you're going to be entered into a buy order. And if you're off the chart, you will not know what to do. You will not even know that you're in a trade, to be honest. So I always recommend double, triple check, quadruple check that you are out of all positions. The way to confirm and make sure you do that is either to just press X on everything that you see on a chart, like zoom out and just press X everywhere, right? Or if you're in this and you have like multiple positions everywhere on the chart, you can just go to your thing here and say exit and cancel all, the big red button, right? Click the big red button, cancel everything, and then everything is gone. Once you do this, you can leave, right? So that's a quick tutorial on how to set up Tradovate. This is in my personal settings. If you want to save this as a template, so you can just say, I don't know, Mehul template, and then save it. And these are the settings that you have. The last part is that you want to go to your add-on section here, and everything that's free, just activate it, right? It's free, it's included, so press activate. If this is free, activate that. This is free, that's free, that's free. Just press activate, right? If you want to pay for certain other things, if you want to trade on TradingView, you can activate that. If you want API access, market replay data, whatever you need, you can get access to it over here. All right, so that's a quick tutorial on TradingView, Tradovate.